Last time on Will Save. The flight for our traveling companions continues to deteriorate. As Lozu admits to Rick 19 that she knows nothing of the relationship between Algiata and Trostanek, Professor Benjamin calls our adventurers into his quarters. Terrified, Professor Benjamin reveals the existence of his valuable cargo and requests our adventurers to find Algiata, believing the missing security guard might be after it. As Heerz plots of ways to take the cargo for himself, the group reaches the cargo hold to find an unconscious Trostanek and wary security droid. Is this droid friend or foe? Find out this time on Will Save.
You want to know why I'm excited?
Why?
Stoked?
What if I say no?
Why are you stoked, John? Why are you stoked?
Okay, all right.
What if I don't
We
want
can just
to know?
move on. It's
Like,
fine.
You're planning
We'll
your
just move
deaths?
on. That's fine. That's fine. You know what? That's all right. I'm going to stop recording now. So, good night. See you guys.
That's the end of the episode. Thank you for listening.
That was all of episode
Next
9.
Come on, John. I want to know.
Okay. All right. Hold down. Hold on, Nick. So, I'm stoked. One, because we're playing Starfighter and recording a new app. Obviously. But I'm also stoked because it's like a nice, crisp Sunday morning. I think this is our first morning game that we're playing.
Can we cue easy
like
Sunday
9 a.m.?
morning? Read my mind, Will.
Yeah, it's just different. It's a different vibe. Anybody out there who can hopefully play this week and have a good vibe like this, hope you can. But
I mean, I'm a morning person, so
And we're getting the game in before the Packers game, so
Yeah.
Kev's not gonna be
so
pissed.
Kev's excited.
Kev's excited.
it's a busy day for me. Just saying.
Well,
What else are you doing today, Kev?
Oh, we're taking our family pictures.
I
Whoa!
always forget people do that.
First family pictures with Grayson?
Families. Yeah, little baby
That's
Grayson.
pretty awesome.
Though,
Yeah.
I'm a little upset with my wife. She didn't take into account the dog, and where we're going is not pet friendly. So Bodhi's gonna miss out on the family pictures. We're gonna have to just Photoshop them in later.
Yeah, just Photoshop him in.
Just shittily Photoshop him in.
I think Bodhi just got shafted. Does he need a
Bodhi
home now?
really got the short end of the stick.
All right, now this is going to be the debate for the day,
Does
I guess,
Bodhi
right?
want to live with Ninja?
Is it like one of those? There's people that still do. They take pictures, but then they have they sort of paint over it or something, and it kind of looks like some Renaissance era family photo painting. That was like a big.
I think we were just planning.
Oh, yeah.
My cousin's a photographer, and so we're just gonna go to a park and take nice pictures.
Oh, that's good.
It's a park that's not pet friendly.
How was
There's
the
a lot of
park
parks
not
that
pet
aren't
friendly?
pet friendly. There's a lot of them that aren't.
Huh.
There's more to it. I don't have the details. So.
You know what you should do? You should do the 90s After Effect where it's Bodhi's face is really big and kind of faded in.
Floating behind us?
In the
Like-
corner.
Like
you know?
glamour shots
Yeah, glamour shot.
in the back.
Yeah. Put Bodhi
anyways,
in the tree.
On the way, so after we finish recording, the Packers start playing, and then on the way to the pictures, I'll be watching the Packers game in the car.
Got it.
So busy day. Busy
While
busy
you're
day.
driving.
No, my wife will drive.
Probably best.
I'm responsible. I'm a responsible human.
If you need to say that, does that mean that you are? All right.
Say it 3
believe
times.
you.
Makes it true.
Is there
He's
anything
like,
else?
I have a baby now. It's time.
It's time to become responsible.
Wait, Kelly has a baby too? Congratulations.
What? Kelly, you got a kid. All right, I kind of want to just kick this Sunday session to high gear and just jump right in because I'm stoked for what's going to happen. But is there anything else, any more wisdom that we feel like we collectively want to impart to our listeners before we play the game that they decided to listen to this episode to hear us play?
You should all be subscribed to us on social media.
That too.
Yes,
That too.
that's great.
That, and in the words of Paul McCartney and John Lennon, let it be.
If you want. Yes.
Speaking words of wisdom.
Yes.
Well, how are they going to follow us if we don't tell them
words of
what
wisdom.
our social
So
medias
it's-
are? So
It's at We'll Save the Podcast on Instagram. It's at We'll Save Podcast on Twitter. No article. What else?
No definite article.
No definite article.
So,
All right, Nick, was there something you want to say?
yeah, I think just for the group, or not for the group, for our listeners here, I think it might be actually a good idea to roll through rules for computers. Just so everybody knows. I'm reading the
You
rules
can
right
write
now,
in.
and it's very
Weird.
complicated, and there are a whole bunch of stuff in here, and there are a lot of story-driven elements that come into
Yeah.
play here. So I think it's going to be
there are.
great for the listeners to know.
I do think that Paizo would really appreciate us if we just said, you should learn the rules yourself and go buy the core rule book written by
Yeah.
Paizo.
It's actually really pretty, too.
Absolutely. In addition to that,
It's
though,
beautiful.
yeah.
I want to add that by the time that you're listening to this, I have written a quick guide to
Nice.
computers and Starfinder. That's like a flow chart of when you want to access a computer or something like it, what you would need to go through to do, and some of the relevant DCs and rules, just to make it a little easier. So we'll probably post that on the website,
I
social
wonder
media.
if this is going to be content that's going to be available to people.
Yeah,
Like,
so that way when you decide
be-
to play, to join us in the packed world
join us.
and beyond, then you'll have the relevant skills. Thank you, Nick.
But-
and also
but
thank
Nick,
you,
do you have
Paizo.
any-
Thank you,
Yeah,
Roll20. Thank you, Syrinscape. Lone Wolf Hero Lab. Who am I forgetting? Audio Jungle for providing this waiting music.
Thank you, John Swan, for being amazing.
Yes.
Thank
Josh
you,
Brown.
awesome
Thank
crew,
you, John.
for being awesome.
But Nick, with the computer stuff, do you have like a quick 2-sentence summary, like the most important part that you figured out?
Just
In my studies, the most important thing I figured out, well, there are a whole bunch of stuff in there, but computers
sentences
over
already.
a weight of 25 are not designated to be portable. Unless you can get miniaturization technology, you can actually get a computer and have it have different interfaces. You can actually uninstall former interfaces and install an audio only interface. If you want to, you can do it for free, but the comm unit associated, you will have to pay for. There are different stages of access. There's basic access that when you look at something, you can tell right off the bat whether or not it's something you're going to have to hack or not. And there are different modules for that. I was just getting to that area as well. It's very specific and it's a lot of stuff to keep in mind, and a lot of stuff to keep in mind when you're. It's one of those things that I think as you play your character, you get intimately familiar with, but not something that right off the bat you are going to be a master of, and could easily find yourself frustrated if without a full mastery of it.
And
Yeah.
that kind of makes sense because you're developing your character as he levels up. He or she levels
you're
up.
It's
learning.
kind of true, yeah.
You know, I want to take that to kind of jump right in here. We're going to bridge this. We're going to do a little transition because I
Boing.
want to ask you all.
That's my jump noise.
Wait, did you make a Mario jump noise?
Boing.
I think last time we ended on a little bit of the door opening. But before we get to that, I just want to ask you, what do each of your characters think is like going on? Right? You got on the ship. There was conflict beforehand in the docking bay. You get on the ship. There's another conflict in the galley. You've talked to people. Without going too far into the backstory, I'm just going to ask you guys, what does each of your characters think is going on right now?
I think Nico will go first here on this one. Nico doesn't know what's going on. People are being cagey. As far as the conspiracy is concerned, he has no evidence of that. Just what some of his comrades have told, some of what his assumed comrades would have told him. However, he's looking for corroborating evidence. At this point, in Nico's mind, the only thing he thinks it is a possible pirate incursion that has yet to have happened. But the engines cutting out would tend to lend itself to a pirate incursion.
Heerz, being a former pirate, does agree with that analysis and kind of worries him because he, is no longer one. So that'll be interesting. But he also doesn't know what's happening. He was just drunk with Nico. So he's still kind of catching up on all the details from his other conference.
Sorry, here's that weird shanty thing. Is there some kind of... I'm just curious, like, what your guys' thoughts on each other singing the same shanty. And if you don't want to reveal that yet, that's fine, too.
But that is, like, this weird connection between you all that I don't think anybody else has had. You've had the first real moment.
Yeah, me and Rick only have shared a secret.
Some kind of conspiracy's happening.
I'll be honest, he's an android, so...
Can you elaborate on that?
What? He's an android? He's not.
So do you feel like
humanoid.
it's less of a bond?
I guess it's hard to talk to him. Okay.
Look,
Do you really have like a -1 in charisma?
yeah, he has
We're gonna go see counseling on
affectation.
Thursday.
Yeah,
I have a -1 in charisma too.
we'll
for some
save
reason.
Wednesdays counseling
Does not
Thursdays.
sound right.
Here's Nick. If you don't want to get into it, you don't have to. You can save it for later as it comes out in the story. But just saying, I know that you guys have this connection. People are curious. The forums are
I bet
alive.
Heerz like stole weapons from him, and
Yeah, probably.
I bet we should take bets. Honestly, Kev. 'Cause-
We probably
Start a
should.
canteen.
yeah.
I can't take that bet, but
Because
I would support
would
you
say,
doing
like,
it.
As an outside character, like not outside character, but like as somebody from the that wasn't involved in that duet. We know
that
there's
dance.
some kind of connection there. It's almost like watching people fall in love from a distance. Like they don't know it's happening, but we can see it.
I mean, the comments section is
On
crazy
fire.
with theories about why that's the case. So, just trying to help the listeners out, but keep your secrets.
So I'll move on then. So
Okay.
Rick then he thinks there's something going on between these two. That's what he's all concerned about. No, but overall theories though.
Fair.
Rick and Dr. OK, they overheard that conversation between the chief security officer and a random, quote unquote, random passenger, and so they think there's something going on there. And then with all the stuff going on around the professor and the bugs and now the power going out and then now this giant robot, Rick is kind of like trying to put all the pieces together, and he thinks that there's almost like a mutiny going on, that the security officer is involved with somebody else and is talking about taking over the ship and possibly stealing the relic is one of my thoughts, Rick's thoughts. So that's kind of where he stands. He just sees chaos. And somebody
Because then the
taking
security officer disappeared.
disappeared. I don't think she disappeared. Like Rick thinks that she's involved.
What does Dr. OK think?
Dr. OK. I mean, Osharus are naturally very paranoid of outsiders, and also.
Sorry, quick question. Where is an Asharu's brain? Because you're thinking, like, is your brain like in the head of the Asharu? Because they're like a gelatin-like slug person.
No, I mean, they're not gelatin.
They're gelatin.
Like, do you want to look at a
Look at
picture
one right
of them?
now.
I know I've seen pictures, but you should, yeah.
Yeah. They have a head.
Oh,
All you listeners, you should Google Osharu Starfinder.
I was just curious. So
I
the
don't-
brain is in the head?
Let's
it's
write
like
Paizo.
it's like a
Let's find
humanoid
out.
slug.
Dear Paizo,
Yeah.
where is the brain?
I did one
All
time
that to
get
say,
one of the writers of the books to respond to me with a question I had. And they
okay,
were super nice. So I'm just going to follow up because we're buds now. So I'm going to follow up.
yeah.
Be like, by the
be
way,
like,
Sharks.
hey.
Anyway,
We're buds now.
yeah.
By the way, I have this player who's a slug. Anyways,
It's kind of cute. The shark.
so yeah, he's naturally very paranoid, and I think he suspects that there is a larger, like someone's pulling the strings, and who is yet to reveal himself, or maybe will never reveal himself, but he doesn't like the thought of being a cog in this wheel of deceit.
Death.
Heerz also really wants to see that relic as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
But he's a pirate. What's his purpose for
What
seeing
would be
it?
that?
Yeah.
I wonder
what's the
why.
real purpose
Yeah.
there?
As far as the relic is concerned, Nico's more along the lines of wanting to take it and use it as blackmail either against the professor or sell it to the highest bidder.
Wow.
You are undermining a lot here. That's pretty underhanded for an executive of a company.
What's your class again?
He's an envoy,
Douchebag.
but he's an envoy with a. I think the actual kind of genre he is
The theme is like the
the theme.
theme.
Yeah. The theme I think is like a business person or something like that, or
Corporate
hold
agent.
on.
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
but like little side note,
It's
he's
not
going
Icon,
to,
right?
No, I
Alright.
don't think it's Icon. No.
No. Side note, he will be multi-classing. So there's a fun fact for you.
Good to know. Good to know. I think it's the first time that we talked about what our classes are. So, you know,
Yes,
well done.
sorry.
Little spoiler
Sorry
there.
to
Why apologize?
pull the
It's all right.
curtain back so I don't know.
I knew that it would come out at some point. It would
It
happen.
only took 9 episodes.
Yeah, it's only 9 episodes in, like 2 months later. So the doors slide open, and you all see a humanoid robot wearing over-padded armor standing near a large open crate, and its heart-shaped face glows an ominous red as it's scanning the hold. And there's a small arm on its shoulder that moves independently of the construct's body. There are 2 doors, north and south. Rick is at the southern door. Heerz, Nico, and Dr. OK are at the northern door. And lying in front of this construct is Trostenek, the Vesk, sprawled unconscious, face, mostly their eye, bruised. I'm going to go to the map. I'm going to bring you guys into the map here. I'm going to click on this robot and show you guys what it looks like. See that?
Whoa.
That's pretty crazy.
It is such awesome artwork.
It's like the Michelin Man on steroids.
Yeah, it is an intense robot with like 3 massive muscular fingers.
Why does it have a heart on its face?
It's not a heart. It's a cardioid.
Cardioid.
That thing.
So we'll get there, Nick. So as the door slides open, it turns and it faces in Nico's and Dr. Ok's direction. And you hear in the cargo hold, "Halt, do not resist." And you all need to roll for initiative. Oh, it's going down.
If you want to go and take a shot with me, then roll for initiative.
I need that drop too.
That's strong to start. You gotta
That was
finish
good. Alrighty here.
Dang. Rick's initiative is 20.
Wow. All right, we're going to get into that in a minute. Rick got a 20. Whose other dice did I hear rolling?
That was me. That was
All right.
What
What
was
did
Nico Orion
Nico, Ryan, what did you get with your underhanded initiative?
with my underhanded initiative? That's what we're gonna call it from now on.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Nico's
Yeah,
underhanded initiative
underhanded.
was let's see here. I need to. Where do I see my initiative modifier?
On Hero Lab?
Combat.
Yeah,
The combat.
Combat.
It's in the
result
middle.
points. It's in the middle. Why can't they just put that at the top? Like,
No,
that'd be nice.
they can't. They won't.
If any of you who are listening work for Lone Wolf, that's a suggestion.
Let's have a drag and drop interface
feedback.
for the dashboard of character sheets.
That sounds easy.
Yeah, that sounds. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kelly,
That'd
how easy is
Just
that
roll a
feature?
computers check. Just roll a computers check.
All right.
Kelly, that's fine.
Here's my underhanded initiative roll was a 19.
Wow.
Everything included.
Yeah.
Wow.
Sounds underhanded because it's so high, conveniently so high. I'm just kidding.
yeah.
Heerz and Dr. OK, what'd you get?
Got a 13 for Heerz.
Oh, man.
13.
Yes.
What did Dr. OK get?
Dr. OK got a 10.
10. Woo! All right.
I'm feeling very sluggish this morning.
I can
But
tell.
is that that's not a punishment?
That's not a punishment.
That's not a punishment.
It could be,
No.
though.
Reminder, in case you're just listening, if this is the first episode that you're listening to, I encourage you to go back and listen to episode 1. But if it is, punishment is where we dole out some bonuses if you make a pun that's really good, and we all agree.
Wait, it has to be unanimous.
I think, yeah, we all vote, right? So, you know what's going to happen here? I think, from the way it looks right now, this robot honed in on Nico and Dr. OK. And I know, Rick, you went up last episode, you talked about stealthing open the door, right? Am I right?
Damn straight.
Damn straight. Now we're going to need that E for expletive rating. So I think, and Heerz, you're behind the door. So I think Heerz and Rick, you all get to act in a surprise round.
Ouch.
Woo! I think this is our first surprise round, too. So this is good. So in a surprise round, the one big thing is that we're going to go in initiative order, right? So you all are the quote-unquote surprisers, and the construct and Nico and Dr. OK are your, let's call it the surprise. But the important party here is the construct, right? So the construct is surprised. Now, it has certain conditions, like being, I think in Starfinder, it's flat-footed. But Rick, the important thing for Rick and Heerz is that you all get to take either a standard action or a move action in this surprise round. So, we're going to go in order. So that's going to be Rick, and then it's going to be Heerz. And then we're going to start round 1. So, Rick, what are you doing with your surprise round?
Can I do a perception check?
Yeah. What do you want to do with a perception check?
What
What are you trying to perceive?
I want to perceive this robot and see if there's any markings or anything significant that to give me a clue of what this robot is. Is it a part of the ship? Is it something from outside the ship that somebody brought, like snuck into the cargo bay?
Okay. So I think that would be also, are you trying to do a life science check to like identify the robot?
No, not necessarily a life science check. I don't care about the robot itself. I want to know. I'm curious on whether or not it is like ship security robot or if it is a robot that was like snuck in on as cargo. If
Okay.
that makes.
What was your perception
clear?
check? Yeah.
I perceived the plus 4.
On a scale from 1 to, let's call it like 30.
20? 30?
Yeah. What did you perceive? Well, because you got your bonuses.
I got a 13.
13. Okay. Well, so let's talk about this. The robot and Trostnek are in the middle of this rectangular shaped room. You guys are on the long side here with the doors. Rick, there is a set
Okay, so I guess I will do my move action first, right? So
Well, you only have a move action or a standard action.
yeah. So that's what I'm
Okay.
saying is I'll do my move action before
Okay.
I perceive or as I perceive.
Okay, what's your move action?
I have to see what my move is first. What is my run?
Probably 30 feet.
Where is it? No, 25 feet. It's all the way down at the bottom of the combat thing. It's above gear. I have a speed of 25.
Oh, cool.
Sorry, my bad. So let me check to see where I can run to. No. Okay, so he's just gonna run to here then, and get by this box.
Okay, so you're going to run up. There's like a set of 4 5x5 boxes in a square. Those are half height, right? The big ones on the right side here, those are taller. Those are like...
Which ones are taller? These ones?
No. The ones that have all the blue tape on them are smaller. Those are probably like 3 to 4 feet. The larger ones over here are larger, like containers. right? Those
Okay.
are probably closer to like 6 feet. And this is a pretty tall robot construct. So you run, you crouch by, you do a 13 out of 20 perception check. And I can tell you that
I also pulled out my weapon. Oh, I already had my weapon out.
you can
That's
take
fine.
a swift action. Yeah, that's fine. But I think you already had your weapon out. But yeah, you can use a swift action in a surprise round. So from your perception, you think that this likely came from the container that you can see. This door behind it, the wall, is on the ground. So it probably came out of this container. That's what you notice. Heerz, what are you doing with your surprise round?
He kind of looks like the Lost in Space robot from the remake.
He looks
on
like the
Netflix.
Michelin
He does.
Man
Yeah, he
on
does.
steroids.
Aw, he's kind of cute. So I'm gonna, if with the computers or engineering check, can I discern some weaknesses or something with this robot?
You do an engineering check.
That would be a life science check.
Still
Well,
life science.
If it's a robot,
It's an
it'd be
identified
computers.
creature, yeah? And
yeah,
it's a
which is
construct.
life science.
So on page 133 of the
Oh, pull
Starfinder
out the
core
rulebook.
rulebook, it shows the list of creatures and what skill can be used to identify them.
So that would be an engineering check. Yeah. Give me an engineering check. Here's.
Okay.
And I can assist, right?
Not computers?
Since it's a
I wouldn't
surprise
s-
round, I think you wouldn't be able to because it's just him
Dang
acting
it.
right now.
Well, I
Dang
can
it.
try again then. If you
Yeah,
yell
you can
back.
try on your turn.
All right. Well, I'll do engineering. So that's a
Give me
it's
an
a-
engineering check.
It's a 9. It's not that high.
It's a 9. Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't, unfortunately,
Damn it.
know. You're not quite sure. I mean, you've seen robots before, but this is kind of baffling to you. Maybe you haven't seen this before.
John, can I roll a cultural roll on this with my profession?
On your turn.
Okay.
Could I also do perception to see if I could see the object that is guarding? Is that possible?
It's guarding something?
I think so.
I didn't say it was
Presumably.
guarding something. I think
Oh, no,
he's saying that he wants to see what is going on with it, right? I'll say you can go ahead and do a quick perception check. That's fine.
Alright,
You're already
let's
looking
do
in that direction, but then after that, you only have your move or standard action.
Got it. It's a 19.
A 19. Okay, you don't see anything in the immediate vicinity right around that container that looks like it is maybe what you're expecting to see. And it doesn't necessarily look like it's guarding anything. You just see an unconscious Vesk. So what do you want to do with your standard or move action?
Is he unconscious or is he dead?
You're going to have to go find out.
Life science check.
Here's what do you want to do with your standard or move action?
Is it alive?
Oh, it's a dead science check?
No, but life science is... Well, there's specific rules about life science.
There is. Here's what are you thinking?
All right. I'm just going to attack it. I can't do much else.
Oh!
Okay. The problem
Yeah.
is that you don't have a free 5-foot step, so to see it, you're gonna have to move, which would be your move action. You see what I'm saying?
Okay. I'm gonna move into this door.
Can he delay his surprise round and then take it right before he gets his next move?
If you want to use your standard action to do something that would be like a delay or a ready, that's fine. You have a standard action to use and a move action to use.
I'm going to delay my attack until I can step forward and see this thing.
So you're gonna move up behind that crate.
I'll do as Kevin suggests. Actually, that's a good idea.
Well, then you should
I was
move
just
back,
kidding. I don't think he'd actually do that.
right?
I think you're in a good spot right there.
Okay.
So
I'll
if
stay
you move
here.
up, yeah. So I'll say this for everyone listening at home, picturing it in their heads. Rick has moved behind one set of like 3 to 4 high set of crates. Heerz has also moved behind the other set of crates in the northern end. I will say that both of you, and then Heerz just moved again.
Sorry. I'll stay behind this big old crate here. It looks like it's duct taped down.
Okay, so I will say that both of you will have cover.
Yeah.
Whether that is partial cover or cover, we'll get to it when it's your turn, but we will see. But funny enough, it is the end of the surprise round. Beginning of round 1, Rick 19, what are you doing? Top of round 1.
It's my turn again.
You got the highest inish.
Woo! All right, so first Rick is going to do another perception check, but this time he's going to be looking at all the crates. He wants to know, like he's going to analyze the crate that the thing came out of, but he's also going to look to see if there are other crates that are similar.
Okay. What's your check?
I rolled a 1 plus 4 is a 5.
They all look the same to you.
Yeah, the big
That-
boxes.
That all these giant
my
boxes,
Amazon
3
package.
giant boxes. Yeah. Jeff Bezos, how did you get into Starfinder 2? It is, you can't play Starfinder on Alexa, which is very fun. But back to the combat. Rick, what do you want to do?
So Rick is. I mean, like, is this thing hostile? Like, we know it's hostile.
It said halt, do not resist.
Okay.
So Rick is gonna shout, "Stand down," and he's gonna delay his action.
Will be destroyed.
Okay.
Sorry, Rick is gonna shout, "Stand down."
And then he is going to use which action?
Delay an action.
So after any creature takes its turn, you can come out of delay and take your turn. That will change your initiative count for the rest of it. Does that make sense?
That's fine. Yep.
Cool. All right. So you're delaying.
So there's ready action is I ready an action to trigger on something.
Right.
Delay
Delay
is just
is you
moving
just
me
delay
behind.
until after a creature takes its turn, and then you say, I'm coming in with my action.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. I will delay.
Okay. Cool. Nico, what are you doing? It's your turn.
All right. Nico is first. He's going to roll he wants to roll a profession check to see if he can identify this type of security droid.
I mean, this is right out of your domain, so.
Where is profession
Page
in
146. Page 146.
here? Profession. You are skilled at this.
Recall knowledge. Your profession you can use your profession to recall knowledge about your profession and related topics, and then go back to page 133. So do a recall knowledge to see if you recognize this tech.
Yeah.
I think
On
that's the best way
identify
of doing
creature.
that.
It's still it's both.
I'll say this. If you want to find out more about it, it's probably like an identify creature thing. If you want to just see what it is, that's more of a recall knowledge thing. Because the profession is considered like a broad thing, and then these like life science skills are like very specific things. So if you want to recall what it is, then I'll say you could do that. You could also recall what it is with the life science check, and I would just give you a +2 because of your profession.
Okay, I'll do that then. We'll do life science with a +2 on the
Okay.
Whatever you do, roll high.
Okay, so give me a life science check. Sorry, it would be an engineering check.
Yeah, it would be an engineering. Can I aid?
It would be an
it
engineering
doesn't
check.
matter.
Yeah, Dr. Okay, you can aid.
I can also aid.
Ooh, fucking natural 20. When it didn't
+2,
matter.
so
+2.
Nick, you have a +2 from Dr. OK, and you have a +2 because of your profession in like technological security stuff like this.
That's a natural 14 with that's going to make it an 18 on the dot. For
An 18. Okay, so I'll say this: you did beat the DC, and I will say the only thing that I realize I don't know is how many things you get to know when you succeed. I'm going to say that because of your profession and everything, you can, 1, see what kind of creature this is, and 2, you get to know one thing about it.
Okay.
So I'm just making that rule, and as we're going, write in on social media.
Good job, GM.
If I made a mistake, then I'll probably just tell you that you're rude. That's what I'll say. So, Nico, this is what you know. You know that this is an incapacitator robot.
Mm-hmm.
These are typically built to restrain, subdue. Usually, like you've seen a lot of bounty hunter clients get these. Typically, what they look like are actually like a dome. It kind of looks like the planar that we talked about earlier. It's like a dome with 4 legs that come up, but really large. But there are certain models, let's call them friendlier, and have a layer of soft cushioning material, and they're sometimes called like hug bots because they squeeze
Aww.
and hold targets.
It's like a constrictor.
And you can tell that this is one of those specialized models that has the heart. And so if the heart were blue, as in the picture that I showed you, it looks a little friendlier, right? And you might not know. So that's what you know about it. And one of the things that you know about it is that it is vulnerable to critical hits.
What isn't vulnerable to critical
Oh, what's the
hits?
name of that cartoon series?
Well, vulnerable means
is
you
it
take-
Baymax?
Actually, sorry?
Oh,
What's
Baymax?
the name of that cartoon movie? Yeah,
Baymax.
Baymax.
Yeah.
Baymax.
Baymax. All right. So, Nico, you have done and identify on this incapacitator robot. What do you want to do with your turn?
I think Nico, I think is going to shoot at the. He's going to shoot at the midsection.
He's going to shoot at the creature?
Yeah, not where the padding is, but where the midsection is.
Okay.
Where you showed us on there. First shot.
Mechanically, I don't think that's necessarily going to get you any like more. But what weapon are you using?
I'm using my dual pistols, my dual azimuth laser pistols.
Did you have them both pulled out?
Yes, I had them both pulled out before we opened the door. That was we ended the last podcast.
Okay. All right.
So the first roll is a 9.
Okay, first roll's a 9. Poof, you miss. The door's open. It flies back and hits the back of the cargo hold. Don't forget your minuses to it.
Yeah, I know. I'm just trying to make sure I do this right. I have a +2. Oh,
you want to talk about what you're trying to make right?
Minuses. There were no minuses. Whatever I roll on the dice, whenever I'm shooting twice is whatever.
Okay, got it. What's your next roll? You take one shot. Poof, it misses.
Next shot is an 18.
That is a hit. Tell me what's going on with the damage.
All right, sounds good. That's 1.
1 point of damage.
1 point of damage.
Okay, that's fine. It's a start. Poof. Hits, leaves a little like char mark. Because of your attack roll, I'll say you did hit the midsection. Mechanically, that's not going to do anything different, but you did leave like kind of like a burn mark on there.
Can Nico also say before his turn ends, just kind of, he wants to call it out, he's like, it's an incapacitator droid.
Okay.
Good job, Nico.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah. All right, Nico.
Yes.
Nico, thanks.
Thanks for the info.
I know these droids.
Affirmative.
So it is going to move up to here. And you see it turn its arm, and like something comes into its arm, and it's going to throw a grenade.
Oh no!
Oh! So you see it's like it throws, and it's going to aim right here. Boom. Right in between Nico and Dr. OK.
Fucking droid.
Yeah, man, this is so exciting. It's throwing a sticky bomb grenade. I need you to give me a reflex saving
what's the fuse delay
throw.
on that thing?
Okay.
If it's an 8-second delay, then they get at least one turn before it goes off.
8-second delay?
Yeah, isn't that typical for a grenade?
I don't think so. No, you throw it, you make sure it hits, and then you're that's it.
That's a 17 on the die, +4. That's a 21 on my reflex saving throw.
Is that the mechanic that we're supposed to do for this? Okay.
2 to 6 seconds for this is real life.
For
2 to 6 seconds
for real life, but we're playing in Starfinder. It throws it. It's part of the 6 seconds.
Real life.
Reflex
Future
save.
grenades.
Okay.
What'd you get?
21, I think. Yeah.
Also a 21. Wow, both of you did well. All right, so
20. I rolled a 19. I thought it was plus. I was reading it.
That's okay. So it throws the grenade, it explodes, and you all are able to kind of like crouch and move out of the way. And all this weird sticky material comes out, but you are not entangled. You did well escaping that. And I'm a little annoyed because I want you to get entangled. That is its turn. Heerz, what are you doing on your turn?
Let's see here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I think like I can on my good lord. My Alexa. I think I can like move around like this with like for 30 feet. And then I then will do magic missile, and Heerz will just be like, Gah! And then like fire those, which turns out to be 1d4 plus 1. So I think
wait, I never got my turn.
Oh, did we?
Well,
not?
it's your
your
delay.
My delay. Yeah.
You had your turn. I asked what you wanted to do. You said that you wanted to delay. Yeah.
And I delayed till after the capacitor threw the grenade. Now it's my turn.
Oh, I didn't hear that part. You didn't say that. Okay.
I said
all right.
delay, and delay was until the creature moves.
But you don't need to give me a trigger like you do for ready, right? So you don't need to tell me when. You can just say, I'm going to delay, and then you're like, I'm going to come in then. That's fine.
Oh, sorry.
I didn't.
Okay.
That was
I didn't
totally
mean to
my
interrupt
bad.
then.
I didn't know that. Heerz.
I thought it moved me behind the creature.
Okay, I will
So
now
would go
move you
before
behind the
Heerz.
creature.
Here's finish your turn.
All right.
I'll take.
Thank you.
We'll move simultaneously. It's just,
Yeah, that's fine.
It should
Same
be an 8 damage.
8 damage.
Take
Wow.
this.
All right. So that's 2 missiles, right?
Right in the back.
Or 3.
It's 2 because it's not a full action, I believe.
Full action. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So bam, bam, bam. Hits the incapacitated robot in the back. Rick, what are you doing on your
All right.
what should have been first but is now second for the moment for this round?
Rick is going to scramble over to here. He's going to do a perception check, just like a quick look at the vest and inside the box.
Okay.
If I can find my D20. What did I just do with it? I lost it. How did I lose my D20?
It's gone forever.
No, seriously. Oh, found it. I found it. All right, here it goes. Damn it, man. I'm doing terrible. 6 plus 4, I think? Yeah, 6 plus 4, so I rolled a 10.
Okay,
But I'm checking, I want to see if he's alive or just breathing. That's my perception, is if he's breathing or not. And then if there's anything inside the box, it's going to let me
See anything that's
how
going
to
on?
handle this thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Trostinek does appear to be breathing. Seems to be unconscious. That's as much as you can know without doing any sort of a medicine check, which you have to be trained for. When you look over in the box, you don't see anything. You just see cargo, maybe some like boxes that look like they could be kind of like personal belongings, and maybe a couple provisions. Seems like they kind of just lumped everything into one and put it into this big box.
Okay, so Rick takes his artillery cannon, or laser, and he shoots Treskanek in the face. I'm just kidding. No.
What a twist.
He's gonna shoot the robot in the back.
Wow.
Okay.
So let me get to my weapons page.
Give me that roll.
Big old weapon. Okay.
What are you doing?
It's a 7 plus 5 to hit, so 12 to hit.
12 to hit. With your artillery laser, it misses and it hits some of the strapped down boxes on the side, and it like kind of scrapes and leaves some burn marks there. That was a miss. Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, that's the end of my turn.
Okay,
Disappointed.
good try. Sorry, Dr. Okay, what are you doing?
I want to see if I can identify any weaknesses other than critical hits, if that's possible.
Okay. All right, give me an engineering check. Are you trained in engineering?
Yes, I am.
Nice.
That's a 24.
Wow.
24. I will say that you can figure out another weakness, and you see that it is vulnerable to electricity.
I'm going to relay this information.
Okay.
Guys, it's vulnerable to electric energy. Unfortunately, I have nothing to offer in this. So,
It's vulnerable to electric energy.
but I can't really do anything about it. So,
All right, so what are you doing?
So I'm going to hit myself with a booster.
Okay.
And I'm going to I'm just going to hit myself with the booster and add 10 feet of movement just so I can hopefully
Nice.
like outrun this guy. And yeah, sorry guys, I can't be more help. I'll get back in the fight to make sure you guys are healed and all that as best I can.
All right.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Top of...
So I get to move though, right?
Yeah, you can move.
Cool. I'm gonna move.
Yep. Okay, move.
Boom.
I'm gonna run. So for everyone listening, Dr. Okay, where
I'm
do you
running
run?
down the hallway to the other door to back up Rick.
Okay. All right. So you're running in the outside hallway to the other door. Is that your turn?
Yes.
All right. Top of round 2. Nico, what are you doing? We're in combat. Things are moving. Things are flying.
Wait,
what's
isn't
happening?
it Rick's turn?
Nope. Rick moved. Rick delayed. When you
On my
delay and come
for
back
the last
in.
round.
No, but if you read when you delay, wherever you come in, that is your initiative for the rest of the combat.
Ooh.
Oh, I wouldn't have done that then. Dang it.
Gotta read the
There's
rules.
So many rules.
Nico, what are you
So
doing?
many rules.
Nico's gonna look over at Dr. OK. Way to leave me over on my own here.
Well, you can join me.
That's true. You could take that.
You do what you want to do, man.
Nico's just gonna look over at him, shake his head, and he's gonna take his guns and he's gonna shoot at the thing again.
He's gonna do another full action shot. Okay, all right. Give me your rolls.
That's a 16 on the first shot and a 18 on the second shot.
Both hit. Nicely done. You just now that it's closer, those sharpshooter skills of yours are getting better and better.
Yep. So
How
that's
much
a
damage?
That's a 1 on the first,
Okay.
a 2 on the second.
All right. So it's starting to look like it's getting some scoured from the magic missiles and then from the shot. Whew. Okay. All right. You know whose turn it is. Kev, do you want to dispute? Do you want to file a complaint?
I'm still reading. It's a lot.
Okay, that's fine. It's 2 big paragraphs.
Want to
Nico.
call management.
Good move.
Karen.
Can I speak with the manager?
I think he's right. It says this changes your initiative count to the current initiative count for the remainder of
Bummer.
combat.
Yep. There it is.
Dang.
Bummer. All right. So
Can I delay again and move it forward?
Yeah, you could. You could delay.
you could
again.
just delay again until the top of the next round and then come in if you want. But then you would lose yet another thing. So it is the incapacitated robot's turn. The incapacitated robot, I think, is going to go... It's trying to decide between Nico and Heerz. And I think because Heerz did a bit more damage, it's going to turn. But what's interesting is that the robot is going to keep looking at Nico, but the arm on his shoulder is going to go like whoop, and swivel around and fire at Heerz.
No look.
Wait, it's gonna.
Oh, no
wait,
look.
Does he
it's
get a
gonna
disadvantage
fire
for that?
like a weapon. It's gonna fire a weapon. Like that's not standard. That's not standard on an incapacitator droid, right?
I will tell you that, yes, it is standard.
Weapons
If I show you the
okay.
picture of the standard incapacitator droid, then there's also an arm on the standard one. So I'm going to do
On
this real
model,
quick.
I'm saying. On this model.
On this
I'm
model, it's also standard.
saying. Okay. All right.
So this is kind of like a subset of incapacitator robots that's just meant to be bipedal and like be more like friendly. The other one
Yeah.
looks like a dome. I'll send it to you afterwards. Both of them have arms on them. That is standard for incapacitator robots. You would know that. Okay.
Okay.
So it is going to fire. Oh man, I really hope this hits.
Don't
No
be
shit.
Too excited.
Fuck you.
Critical
John.
hit. Critical
Oh.
hit.
Critical
hit.
Oh, come on.
I am stoked. This is how all Sunday games should be. All right, my first attack. All right, so that
DM
is
is
going
way too
to be... You will take 14 points of non-lethal damage
Okay.
as this pistol, this arc of like electromagnetic energy hits you. And as it hits you, your muscles kind of seize up and you have the entangled condition as it has bound you from its pistol. So on Hero Lab, you can go in, add the entangled condition, and see what it does. It lowers your AC, makes a couple things happen. Oh, I'm
Right.
so excited. Where are you at?
What do you mean?
Where are you at
well,
health-wise, Heerz?
I mean, my hit points only have 11 hit points, so I mean, I guess I'm down.
So you dipped into stamina points.
right? So I have 6 of those. So I'm looking at. I have like 1 stamina point left. Then 11 plus 4. I have like 3 stamina points left.
You have 3 stamina points left. Woo!
yeah.
Wow, this is going
Yeah,
exactly
great.
as I wanted it to go.
It's good.
This-
All right, it's good.
Bones.
Start re-rolling your
John
character.
is really excited. I wish everyone could see it, but he's just
I'm
like wringing
rubbing
his
my
hands
hands.
of joy.
This is just so good. Oh, yeah, this is gonna be a good day.
I can get you, Starfighter.
Rick 19, what are you doing?
Oh, finally, it's my turn.
Yeah,
Jeez.
because you delayed until after the robot. What are you doing on your turn?
Okay, so first he's going to move inside this box.
Yep.
Boop. I'm in the box.
So there's not too much room, but you can kind of step over a little bit of stuff. I'll say it's a bit tough. Like if you want to move back
should
out,
I
you're going to
not?
lose 5 feet. But if you want to stay there for cover, you can do that.
Okay, so then I'll start this way. I'm going to perceive first. I'm going to look inside that box one more time.
Okay.
I don't see anything.
Okay.
And then I roll.
AKA
I'm
you
going
roll
to
both.
I'm going to move behind the box.
Okay.
And then I'm going to take another shot at this thing. So artillery, laser, azimuth, artillery, laser. I'm going to roll strong. Come on. I got a 10 plus 5.
10 plus 5 on the artillery laser, and is that against EAC or KAC?
KAC? Where does it
KAC?
tell you that? I don't know.
Since it's a laser pistol, I think that's EAC. That's a hit.
Cool.
Yeah, nice.
Nice.
I don't see where it tells you that.
Well, it's an energy weapon, so it's not kinetic, right? So it's against...
If it's not clearly
Energy
laid
AC.
out for me, then I just don't understand it.
I get it. It's okay. All right. How much damage you doing with your artillery laser attack?
I roll a 1d10, which is this little
That's
guy.
insane.
And I think it's just a d10. It's not like additional bonuses or anything,
Okay.
which would be nice. I do 3 points of damage. Fire type.
3 points of fire damage as this massive artillery laser just unloads. Several shots sink into the back of the creature, and it's still going. What else do you want to do with your turn?
That's the end of my turn.
That's the end of your turn. Here's what are you doing? You're looking a little soft there.
Yeah, Heerz is a little squishy right now, but he
Yeah.
is hoping that the robot will not roll a high attack again, and
Okay.
he's going to take a full action to do magic missile, so that'll be 3 of those.
3 of those. Wow. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see how
Impressive.
this goes. Most impressive. All right, let's try this. So it's that's 11 damage. You're gonna pay
11
for that.
damage. Wow, that is an excellent move there. It hits the robot, and the robot like takes a step forward. As you can tell, that some of its like servo motor controls were like definitely hit with that, and it
Good.
seems like it's getting like it's starting to kind of spark, and a lot of the exterior of it really looks like it's just coated in burns and blaster marks and everything.
Yes.
Good move. You want to do anything else?
Can
That
I
was
do
your full
anything else?
action,
That was
so you
full
can't.
action. Yeah.
You can't. Yeah. That was a rhetorical question. I was just testing myself. Dr. OK, what do you want to do?
Yes, Dr. OK is going to come into the cargo hold
Okay.
right here, just behind cover. I want to know if I can... So, you said it was non-lethal damage that was done
Yes.
to Heerz.
Yes.
So, would treat deadly wounds have any effect on his hit points?
Treat deadly wounds would. I think that would affect hit points regardless. Like, just because he has... The only difference between the non-lethal and the lethal would be that if Heerz goes down to 0,
He doesn't-
Heerz is...
He doesn't necessarily die.
You're not dying.
Right.
You're just stable but unconscious.
Gotcha.
Right? So the way that you heal would help regardless.
Okay, cool. So I'm
Yep.
going to do that, and I believe it is just a medicine check, and I can.
Yeah, but can you do that from across the map,
I
though? 'Cause
can.
You're down to 1.
I can because I have my
Because?
custom micro lab, as well as I can hit him with the cost jet liquidator that I have.
What is the range on that?
The range is?
You're looking at 55 feet from where you are.
Ah, shit.
From downtown.
From downtown, Dr. OK with the shot.
Where do I need to be? I need to be here by
That's so funny.
Trosnick. Okay. So I'll do that next turn, Gilly.
Thanks, man.
I think can I do a medicine check on Trosnick?
Yeah, you can go up. You can go up and do a medicine check. I will tell you that it will be.
The range,
What are you trying to do with your medicine check?
just like get him back up. I don't know.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
The
that's
range
fine.
on the custom micro lab, though, I think has 120. No, never mind.
Yeah, that would be crazy. You like throw your lab across the way.
No. It's 90 feet, but
Throw your like
at 9
chemistry kit.
Sure.
with all your Erlenmeyer flasks across the room.
So I'm reading up on non-lethal damage.
Yeah.
It's kind of interesting. So there are some weapons that deal strictly non-lethal damage, and there are weapons that deal lethal weapon, and then there's other weapons that deal either. You can actually swap them. But it says that unless you have that setting, a lethal weapon can deal non-lethal weapon damage as long as you take a -4 penalty.
Yep.
And the opposite, if you have a non-lethal weapon, you can make it do lethal damage with a -4
Right.
penalty. So careful, this robot can still kill us. Just saying.
And
Bugger.
you can do more identify creatures to see what kind of weapon is that, or just do an engineering check. Like you can try and see what it's doing,
Or we could just kill it.
or you could just kill it and look after. Shoot first, ask questions later.
Okay.
What are you doing, Doctor?
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm just gonna do a medicine check
on Trosnick?
Trosnick,
That's going to be a treat deadly wounds if you want to
I'll
do
that.
Yep.
And I'll do that.
You know
here.
what the DC is, right?
It's
not small.
What's his level?
Say that. Well, that's not the question to ask. The question to ask is, what is the DC?
If you succeeded at a check, you restore 1 hit point per level, or you are treating.
Just go ahead and give me your roll. Give me your medicine check roll. What'd you get?
Fucking natural 1.
Oh, you don't. So what were you trying to do? Were you trying to shoot?
So rough.
Yeah, I was trying to
across the
shoot
neck?
him with my, willingly with my Costajet liquidator and give him.
But you shot him with a trank dart.
Yeah.
No, but it hits the ground nearby.
Dude, you just took a trank dart and a jugular.
Happy birthday to the ground! That's exactly what you did.
You're crazy.
All right, so you shoot the Costajet liquidator into the ground, and you see just this little puddle of liquid forming on the ground next to Trostanek. That was a good try. Anything else you want to do with your turn?
I suppose I could try and do a check on this stupid robot.
You want to do another life science check or another engineering check? Okay. Identify creature?
Yeah.
Give it to me.
Oh, 23.
23. Yeah, that's pretty impressive. What are you looking to try and know? I'm going to give you the option.
What do we...
Weaponry.
Yeah,
Ask for
what's the
weaponry.
weapon?
You can know that the gun is an integrated voltaic anchor pistol. I will say that Nico, in general, you would know that this is pretty common. Again, these are incapacitator robots. They are really sought after by clients looking to incapacitate their targets, not necessarily kill them. So it makes sense that it has something that shoots something that can possibly bind or deal non-lethal damage.
Gotcha.
Top of round 3. You know whose turn it is. Old Nico Orion. What are you doing here, party boy?
So Nico's finding it more and more strange the more they fight. He thinks this droid might be from actual ship security.
Okay. That's his hypothesis.
He's starting to feel a little bit more certain in that.
Okay.
That being said, how do I check if my guns have would non-lethal damage apply to a droid?
I'll say this. If you want to... Would they apply to a droid? I mean, the droid will either go down or it won't. I don't think it's actually going to die or not.
Yeah, I just want to incapacitate it with what I would like to do is find a way to incapacitate it with the idea of being able to understand what its last orders were and from whom.
I'll tell you that you already know that even if it's, let's call it dead, which is just off, right?
Yep.
You can look into its computer. You can do a computer or an engineering check, whether it is dead or not. So whether you do lethal or non-lethal damage, you will be able to find that out. I'll say that if you want to do non-lethal damage, what you're trying to do is trying to make it more repairable or more intact, right? So if you really want to do that, I'll let you do that. You're going to keep the same -4 penalty, but that's the thinking. You're not just blowing it to bits, and it's going to be a lot to fix, right? It's going to be a little bit easier to fix if you leave it there. But either way, you can see what's going on with it. You can look into its programming.
Okay.
But you can do non-lethal damage with a lethal weapon.
Yes.
Just take a -4.
You would just get a -4. But at this point, I'm just gonna say, personal suggestion, just do lethal damage. It's fine. If you can still figure it out with lethal damage.
Yeah, I'm on board with all this. So I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna do lethal damage here.
Okay.
Nico's gonna do it.
Okay. You gonna do another full action?
Yeah, another full action. Okay. So the first one is a 12 on the dice. The second one
misses.
Is an 18 again.
That is impressive. So the first shot misses.
My left hand is good.
Your left hand is right hand dominant. What are you doing damage-wise with that left hand?
That's a 3 on the damage there.
Oh, so
all right.
Your left hand was your cool hand, Luke?
One could say it that way, yeah.
Yep.
All right. Nicely done. 3 damage. Hits it, leaves another big mark across the front. This is my favorite part. It's the incapacitated robot's turn. It's also fun to see the crazy stuff that you guys throw at me, but at the end of the day, I really just want to see what will happen. So it is going to step over and start to like
Fuck me.
almost lunge towards Heerz, and it's going to slam Heerz and just try and like slam and swing its arms around Heerz.
Losing it.
I don't know if you guys are following on the notes, but I found a picture of Baymax hugging the kid from the movie.
That's awesome. We need to post that on social media.
I put the quote like,
You got to post that on social media.
incapacitated. But that's what this thing's doing to you right now. It's just gonna hug you. And tell you-
Non-spoiler
hug.
Yeah.
You should just post that and
Non-consensual.
be like, this picture gives away no spoilers of what happened this episode. That is, I hate to say it, but not really. It's a 27.
Holy
to hit.
crap.
Hey, come on. That's crazy. Yeah, that definitely beats my night KAC that has been reduced by Entangled.
Okay, so here's the beautiful thing. It goes, grabs you.
Give me a hug.
Give me a hug.
Not welcome.
That is, wow. No. 13 points of damage, and you are grappled in its
Oh
arms.
my gosh.
I believe that
Are
that
you dead?
leaves you unconscious.
No, it's
I mean, let's see. I
non-lethal.
had 3 plus. Yeah, so I'm just
Right.
knocked out.
You had 3 stamina points left, so you're knocked out. So it grabs you in its
Dangling.
arms, and you just fall limp. Wow.
Okay.
Good
Oh
times. Good times. I can
Davey
check off
wins.
my goal for the day. It is Rick's turn. What are you doing? Your buddy Heerz is stuck in the embrace, unwilling embrace of an incapacitated robot.
Rick reaches up and smacks the side of his head real hard because there's something wrong with the wiring in his optical nerves. Or wires. Optical wires.
His optical nerve wires.
Yeah, nerve wires. Damn it! It's still broken!
My
Roll
eyes are
5.
broken.
And so he's gonna just like look around again, see absolutely nothing useful, and then lift his laser, azimuth laser, artillery laser, and
Shoot.
shoot. And he rolls a 5 on that, so a 10 to hit. That's a miss.
Yeah.
Our rolls are.
You shoot right as
weak.
the incapacitated robot grabs Heerz and pulls, and the shot like just seems to zoom in the air where it was, where its like legs were, as it like stabilizes itself, hits the cargo next to it. Oh man,
It's crazy
Well-
because like getting closer is not going to help me or anything. Like it doesn't change my ability to hit. I'm just rolling really bad.
that's okay. You know what? There are days where you don't roll. You know what the beautiful thing is? Let the die tell the story. Sometimes if you roll and you miss, just like you said with hitting your head, that's the perfect thing. Sometimes you have to let the dice and then make that decision
This
about what
storyteller
happened.
is about to get replaced if it keeps it up.
Wait, what?
This storytelling dice is about to get replaced if it keeps it up. It's gonna start rolling
yeah.
better.
Yeah, just shame the dice.
Yeah. My nice Starfinder dice from you workshop.
It is your turn.
Okay.
Here's what I'm going to say. I'm pretty sure that when you're unconscious and stable, here it is. Stay in the fight. If you are stable and have enough resolve points, or if you are knocked unconscious from non-lethal damage, you can spend 1 resolve point at the beginning of your turn to regain 1 hit point. You're no longer dying, immediately become conscious, and can take the rest of your turn as normal. So I don't know how many resolve points you have, but you can spend that if you want. Keep in mind you're grappled, so you will have some things that will happen because you're grappled, but you will at least be up and conscious.
But okay, so I have like 5 of those. I didn't use them
Okay.
up like getting unconscious because I thought that he had to like move through those
No.
in order to.
Because it was
Okay.
non-lethal. It just brought
Right.
you to 0, and you didn't have to spend resolve points to be stable, I think, right?
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think that like whatever the remaining is, like that works from hit points to stamina points. When you take damage, it carries over into stamina
That's why I
points.
think, it's like critical effect, too.
Yeah, it's not the same from stamina points to resolve points. Like once you hit 0 with stamina points, you're at 0, either dying or stable. Then you can use your resolve points to then make you can either stabilize yourself or kind of wake yourself up.
Can
So what
I
do you
do
wanna do?
this and roll an attack or take an action?
Yeah, because it says you spend 1 resolve point at the beginning of your turn, you regain
Got
1 HP, then you can take the rest of your turn as normal.
I will do that.
Want to do that?
Yeah.
You are grappled. You can't move. Like, you can't move, like, out of this space, right? You have a -2 to AC, -2 to attack rolls, reflex saving throws, dex-based skills, and ability checks. Except those to either grapple the opponent or escape.
All right. Did you say I have a -2 to attack rolls?
You do. A -2 to AC, -2 attack rolls. You don't have those minuses if you want to do an acrobatics check to escape. The acrobatics check is a standard action.
My acrobatics is terrible. So I think
Okay.
I won't attempt it. What I'm going to just try
So-
to do is
Yeah.
I'm going to attack his face. So I'm going to do... this is not a full action, though, or it is a full action. So I can do a full action, having recovered.
Yeah, you can take your turn as normal. You can't
Okay.
do attacks that require 2 hands, or you can't take actions that require 2 hands. So if your full attack is attacking with both hands, you can't do that.
I don't think that's a thing for my thing, so I think I'm good. All right, cool. I'm going to do my magic missile, and I'm going to do 3 of them again.
Right
And,
in the face.
Right in his face.
Where do you aim? Or
Right in
is
his
it like
face.
an underhanded thing, taking a page from Nico's book, just
So,
being underhanded,
it has
shooting
to be
into the
underhanded
stomach?
because my arms are
Okay.
just stuck. So I guess I go right up into his belly and just be like,
Okay.
"Get off me!" And then that's 10 damage.
10 damage.
Just die, Baymax.
It hits Baymax, and you can see the circuits in its face flicker, and it seems like it is struggling to hold on, as if all of its mechanical energy is just struggling to hold on, but it is still up. You want to do anything else with your turn?
I
That
don't
was
think
impressive.
I can. That was a full action.
That was awesome.
I hope that now that
okay.
he's distracted with me, though, maybe we can take him down.
Okay. Well, so you spent a resolve point, did a sweet underhanded attack. Good turn, Dr. Okay. You gonna close this out? You gonna wrap this up?
I don't know. Maybe. Can I roll a quick perception check and see if there's any other weapons around with what's
Sure.
Trostnik packing?
What's Trostanek packing? Okay. Give me a perception check. Tell me what you see.
What's my perception modifier? +3. Okay, 19.
19. Interesting.
Are there any crates or anything?
Yeah. In terms of weapons, there's nothing around you laying out that you can see in terms of weapons. You can see that Trostanek on one side has a pistol. That's all that you can see. Other than that, you can't really tell much else in terms of weapons. There's really nothing else around you. That was a good roll.
I can't tell what kind of pistol it is.
It seems like it's just a standard semi-auto pistol, tactical pistol. That's fine. You rolled well.
Does it deal electrical? Is it a whatchamacallit?
A tactical semi-auto pistol is the technical term for it. So yeah, so I think you would know that it doesn't.
Son of a gun. Okay, so I'm gonna move up into range, and I'm just gonna try and hit it. But I don't know that it's probably not going to the only weapon I have, the ranged weapon that I have is the Cossajet ejector, and it deals acid damage. I don't know if it's gonna help.
Okay.
Its range is 30 feet, so that's perfect.
Are you 30 feet away? I think you are.
I want to
you're 35 feet away.
Okay.
You can just take a 5-foot step up. Yeah, that's fine. Okay.
Like a guarded step, right?
No, I mean I had plenty of range.
You can take a 5-foot step.
I had plenty of
you
movement. I have 35 movement right now.
Okay. And you're gonna shoot the incapacitated robot.
Yeah. So I'm gonna try and hit it. That's 16.
16 is a hit.
Nice.
How much damage you do? Could this be it? Could this be it?
2.
How much damage?
2 damage.
Two damage. You shoot and you hit the incapacitated robot in the back, and you already saw sparks coming off. You already saw that its body was struggling to mechanically hold Heerz, and as the acid hits, you see some more as it sinks into the skin, and suddenly the arms let go. Heerz falls to the ground. The incapacitated robot is dead, and that is our game.
Wow.
Perfect. Good job. Well done, Dr. Oakley.
Nicely done.
Good job, Will.
Hi, I'm Kelly. I play Heerz. Heerz is an insect and therefore cold-blooded, but he does enjoy an occasional warm hug from a friend. But that hug bot was a very unwelcome hug experience, and Heerz nearly got crushed to death, so not very fun. Also, I don't know if Nico and I should tell Rick what that shanty was all about in episode 6. Maybe it's best to leave him in the dark. That might be a lot more fun. If you have any thoughts on Kevin debating John about rules or John trying to kill us, feel free to tell us about it on our Twitter at WillSavePodcast, our IG at WillSaveThePodcast, or Facebook at facebook.com/WillSaveThePodcast. You can also visit our website at WillSaveThePodcast.com. Thank you, Syrinscape, Roll20, Paizo, Hero Lab, and Lone Wolf Development for giving us the tools to make this experience possible. Later, guys and gals.